Earth defied the Galactic Council. Chaos spreads across the stars. Watch how humanity rises against impossible odds. Subscribe now to witness the full story. The world held its breath as Earth's leaders stepped onto the grand stage of the Galactic Council's communication network. A message prepared for billions across the galaxy was about to be delivered. Humanity had reached a point where it could no longer accept being dictated to by an interstellar organization that claimed to know what was best for all civilizations. The announcement was simple yet shocking. Earth would cut all ties with the Galactic Council. Trade agreements, diplomatic relations, intelligence sharing, everything was terminated immediately. Across the council chambers, the reactions were instantaneous. Shockwaves rippled through the seats of alien delegates. Some gasped in disbelief. Others whispered to one another in panic. A few leaned back, silently impressed by the audacity. Never before had a single planet openly rejected the authority of the council so boldly. The message did not include threats. It did not beg for attention. It was firm and final. Humanity was declaring independence in the most unignorable way. On Earth, the announcement was met with a mix of excitement and anxiety. Citizens watched live broadcasts on enormous screens in city squares. The moment felt like standing on the edge of a cliff. The tension was thick, but the pride even stronger. People had grown tired of subtle manipulation, hidden agendas, and being treated as just another member of a massive bureaucratic machine. Now the world had chosen to act. The decision represented the unity of humanity, a rare moment when every nation, every culture seemed to move as one. In the hours that followed, news networks and alien communication networks scrambled to analyze Earth's sudden defiance. Political analysts predicted chaos. Economists forecast a collapse of interstellar trade. Spies and intelligence officers of other civilizations began sending urgent reports back to their leaders. Nobody could predict exactly what Earth had prepared or why it felt confident enough to take such a drastic step. The mystery added to the tension. The galaxy became a powder keg with Earth as the spark. Inside the Galactic Council, debates erupted, holographic screens filled with data, charts, and alerts. Some council members demanded an immediate military response, fearing that if Earth's defiance went unchecked, other planets might follow, undermining centuries of control. Others counseled caution, suggesting Earth might be bluffing, that its defiance could be a political stunt to gain leverage in secret negotiations. Yet the message was too direct, too absolute to ignore, and doubt mixed with fear, creating a cloud of uncertainty. Earth's leaders, meanwhile, remained calm, showing no fear. The president addressed the world in a televised speech, explaining that humanity had grown stronger, more independent, and fully capable of defending itself and pursuing its own interests. The speech emphasized self-reliance, scientific advancement, and the courage to stand alone if necessary. Citizens felt a surge of hope. This was the first time the world had collectively faced the galaxy with confidence rather than fear. Rumors began circulating almost immediately. Stories of secret projects, advanced weapons, and mysterious ships patrolling near Earth's orbit spread through both human and alien networks. Nobody could verify the claims, but the sense of curiosity and apprehension fueled the galaxy's attention. Every nearby civilization began wondering what humanity had been preparing in secret. Every observer wanted to know if Earth was truly ready to stand against the combined might of the Council. By the end of the first galactic day following the announcement, Earth had become a symbol, a challenge, and a mystery all at once. Other worlds discussed, debated, and feared what might come next. But one thing was certain: humanity had declared its independence. It had taken a bold step into the unknown, and the galaxy would never view Earth the same way again. Whispers of rebellion and courage traveled faster than any spaceship, and somewhere, deep in the council chambers, leaders began realizing that Earth's defiance was not just a message. It was the beginning of a new era. The Galactic Council erupted into chaos as news of Earth's defiance spread across its chambers. Alien delegates from countless worlds debated furiously, some pounding their desks with anger, demanding immediate action. Others leaned back, stroking strange beards or manipulating glowing control panels, suggesting caution and careful study. Never before had a single planet shown such boldness, and the shock was felt in every corner of the galaxy. A ripple of disbelief traveled faster than any communication network. Emergency sessions were called. Massive holographic displays flickered to life, showing the Sol system in intricate detail. Analysts presented data on Earth's military capabilities, technological advancements, and political structure. They warned the Council that underestimating humanity could be catastrophic. Yet others argued that Earth's move might be a bluff, a desperate attempt to gain attention or leverage. The disagreement split the Council into factions, some ready to punish, some hesitant to provoke. The tension in the chamber was almost tangible. Spies and reconnaissance drones were immediately dispatched toward Earth, moving silently through space, monitoring every planet, moon, and orbital station. Council members demanded reports on human ship movements, defense installations, and scientific breakthroughs. Agents whispered theories about secret weapon projects, experimental fleets, and unknown technologies. The uncertainty fueled both fear and fascination. Nobody knew exactly what humanity was capable of, but the boldness alone forced everyone to pay attention. Council leaders held private meetings, their voices low but urgent. They debated strategy, weighing the risks of direct confrontation against the potential consequences of leaving Earth alone. Some feared rebellion might spread. Other planets might follow humanity's example, and the authority of the Council could crumble. Others counseled patience, suggesting that the humans' true intentions were unclear, and a hasty attack could provoke the very chaos they feared. Every decision carried weight that could echo across the stars. Meanwhile, Earth continued its preparations quietly, unaware of the full extent of the Council's panic. Scientists and military strategists worked tirelessly, building fleets, upgrading defense systems, and planning strategies for any potential attack. The unity on Earth contrasted sharply with the chaos among the Council members. While alien leaders argued, humanity's focus was absolute. The people believed in their leaders and in themselves. A rare feeling of determination filled every corner of the planet. Back in the Council chambers, whispers of admiration mixed with fear. A few delegates quietly acknowledged that humanity's courage was unlike anything they had encountered. Even the most powerful civilizations had rarely defied the Council so openly. This was not just rebellion. It was a demonstration of confidence, of planning, and of an unshakable resolve. Reports of Earth's technological growth and secretive projects only heightened the intrigue. The galaxy's attention was now fixed firmly on one small blue planet. Communication lines buzzed with speculation. Messages between Council worlds were intercepted by spies. Rumors about Earth's secret capabilities circulated quickly. Some suggested that humans had developed experimental weapons capable of destroying entire fleets. Others claimed that humanity had allies hidden in deep space. The uncertainty created tension, fear, and an unspoken respect. Council leaders struggled to maintain order. As debates turned into heated arguments, alliances shifted, and old rivalries resurfaced. By the end of the first week, the Council had reached no consensus. Divisions were clear. The factions that wanted immediate military retaliation argued that hesitation could be disastrous, while those advocating caution warned that rash actions could trigger a war nobody was ready for. Every decision was weighed against unknowns. Every motion scrutinized, while Earth quietly continued to strengthen itself. The Council was trapped in a cycle of indecision, uncertainty, and fear. Through all the chaos, one thing became certain across the galaxy. Humanity had forced the Council to reconsider its authority. No longer could any civilization assume control without challenge. Whispers of Earth's boldness spread to distant systems, stirring curiosity and apprehension. And even as the Council debated, humanity's silent preparations continued. A storm was building, and no one could say exactly when it would break. On Earth, life continued outwardly as normal. But beneath the surface, the planet was buzzing with unprecedented activity. Scientists, engineers, and military strategists were working around the clock, developing technologies and weapon systems that had never been revealed to the rest of the galaxy. Every innovation, every prototype, every calculation was part of a larger plan. Humanity was preparing not just to survive, but to assert itself among the stars. Ordinary citizens watched the news, attended public rallies, and participated in training programs. A sense of unity swept across nations, borders, and old conflicts faded as people realized that the survival and future of the entire planet depended on collective strength. children studied advanced sciences. Engineers shared plans openly in workshops, and communities volunteered to support the fleet and research efforts. There was an energy in the air, a mixture of fear, excitement, and pride. Secret installations deep underground and on remote islands hummed with activity. Engineers tested new propulsion systems, stealth technology, and defensive grids. Laboratories worked on artificial intelligence, quantum communication networks, and experimental energy weapons. Every breakthrough was carefully recorded, every experiment meticulously monitored. Humanity was building a silent fortress in space and on Earth itself, a hidden arsenal that the rest of the galaxy could not yet imagine. Political leaders coordinated with scientific and military teams, holding strategy sessions that lasted hours. The Council's reaction was analyzed in detail. Every message, every movement of alien observers was studied and used to adapt plans. Humanity had learned the importance of knowledge, preparation, and patience. They did not act recklessly, and their caution was matched by confidence in their growing strength. Families and communities contributed in small ways, creating an atmosphere of participation. Schools ran programs to teach young minds about galactic history, technological innovations, and self-reliance. Ordinary citizens built communication networks, monitored the skies, and participated in emergency drills. The entire planet became part of a living, breathing system of readiness. Humanity was no longer just a collection of nations. It was a single entity preparing for the unknown. Space agencies launched small fleets for observation and defense, testing new ships equipped with advanced weapons and stealth technologies. Pilots trained rigorously, simulating combat with fleets far larger than those humans had ever built before. Scientists monitored every detail, using simulations and artificial intelligence to predict outcomes. Every test brought humanity closer to readiness. Each success fueled morale. Each failure became a lesson. While the world was working, alien networks were buzzing with rumors of Earth's hidden capabilities. Some claimed the humans were bluffing. Others whispered that Earth's advancements were far beyond what had been expected. The uncertainty caused unease across the galaxy. But on Earth itself, the focus was not on alien opinion. It was on tangible progress. Humans knew that preparation was their true advantage, and they worked tirelessly to perfect it. The unity on Earth extended beyond governments and scientists. Artists, engineers, farmers, and ordinary workers all contributed in some way. Supplies were sent to secret facilities, communication channels were strengthened, and research findings were rapidly shared among trusted teams. The planet moved like a single organism, everyone aware of their role and importance. Every citizen a part of a larger mission. By the end of several months, humanity had transformed. The world that once seemed ordinary now hummed with readiness. A fleet capable of defending Earth and projecting power into nearby systems was operational. Weapons systems tested and optimized. Networks of intelligence operating silently across the globe. And the population, united in purpose, prepared to face any challenge with courage and precision. In quiet moments, leaders reflected on what they had achieved. The confidence of humanity had grown. The fear of the unknown had been replaced with determination, and though the galaxy remained uncertain and the Council still debated how to respond, Earth was ready, fully prepared to stand alone if necessary. Every person, every machine, every plan aligned toward a singular goal: survival and supremacy. The first envoy from the Galactic Council arrived at the edge of the Sol system, their sleek ships glinting in the cold light of distant stars. They expected to meet a compliant planet, ready to negotiate and follow the rules. But instead, they found a world transformed, heavily fortified, and radiating a quiet confidence that sent waves of unease through the alien delegation. As the envoy's ships approached, Earth's orbital defense systems activated, not with hostility, but as a clear warning. Every move was monitored, every transmission scanned. The humans communicated clearly and firmly, refusing any discussion of renewed ties with the Council. The envoy's leaders were stunned. Their usual tactics of persuasion and intimidation seemed useless against a planet that had prepared for the impossible. Back on the Council, reports streamed in. Analysts scrambled to understand the sudden defiance. The humans' strategic placement of defense satellites, patrol fleets, and communication jammers was meticulously documented. The envoy had never encountered such a well-organized and disciplined planetary system. Every calculated measure demonstrated not only strength, but planning and foresight. The humans maintained their composure, even as alien diplomats attempted to pressure them with threats, veiled warnings, and subtle intimidation. Every attempt failed. Earth's leaders responded with measured confidence, their words concise and unwavering. The message was clear. Humanity would not be coerced, they would not bend to external control, and any attempt to force compliance would be met with resistance. Tensions rose as the envoys tried to maneuver their ships closer, hoping to intimidate or observe weaknesses. But Earth's fleets executed precise maneuvers, tracking every movement with unmatched coordination. Even the smallest human ships communicated seamlessly with larger vessels, forming a network of surveillance and readiness that the aliens had never imagined. The envoy realized quickly that underestimating Earth was a grave mistake. Rumors and intelligence leaked back to the Council. Reports claiming humans had developed experimental weaponry capable of incapacitating entire fleets spread through secret channels. Debate erupted over whether the envoy should continue or retreat. Fear mixed with disbelief. The humans were not only prepared but organized and resourceful. Each strategic decision executed flawlessly. The Council members could see that Earth had thought through every possible outcome. On Earth, the population followed the encounter with rapt attention. News channels displayed real-time feeds of ships maneuvering in orbit. Families watched from city squares. Schools paused for special announcements, and everyone felt the unity of purpose. Ordinary citizens understood that this was not a distant political game. This was a defining moment for humanity, and their planet was proving its readiness for anything. The envoy's leaders attempted secret communications, hoping to sow confusion or negotiate behind the public eye. But Earth intercepted every attempt, responding calmly but firmly. No deception, no manipulation would work. The humans had anticipated every scenario, and their defenses extended beyond mere military strength, incorporating intelligence, diplomacy, and psychological resolve, demonstrating a level of sophistication that left the aliens in awe. Eventually, the envoys withdrew, their mission a failure. The Council's message was ignored, their authority challenged, and their assessment of humanity completely revised. They left with critical intelligence, but also with a deep unease. For the first time, an entire civilization had stood up to the Galactic Council and refused to bow, and the implications rippled through every corner of the galaxy. In the aftermath, Earth remained vigilant, but calm. The encounter had proven their preparation and unity, while the envoy returned with reports of a planet far stronger and more capable than anyone had assumed. Whispers spread throughout the galaxy of the humans who defied the Council. The story of their courage and strategy traveled faster than any ship, and everywhere, other civilizations began to take notice, wondering what Earth would do next. The stage was set for greater challenges, but humanity had shown that it would not be intimidated. Its leaders and citizens alike had sent a message of independence, strength, and unshakable resolve. The envoy had witnessed it firsthand, and the galaxy could no longer ignore the rise of a planet that had chosen its own path, a path that promised to change the rules of the universe forever. The shock of Earth's defiance spread like wildfire across the galaxy. Civilizations that had long relied on the stability of the Galactic Council suddenly found themselves in uncertainty. Trade routes that had once been predictable began to falter. Supplies of essential goods were delayed, and communication channels between allied worlds became strained. The sudden absence of Earth's cooperation sent ripples through interstellar networks, causing panic and confusion. Many planets had depended on the Council to maintain order, to mediate conflicts, and to manage trade. But now that authority seemed questionable, rivalries that had been kept in check for centuries began to flare, old grudges resurfaced, and some planets saw the opportunity to expand influence, while others feared they might be left vulnerable to attacks. The balance that had kept peace across hundreds of systems teetered dangerously. Merchants and trade consortiums scrambled to reroute shipments, while military fleets increased patrols along key supply lines. Every civilization began reassessing its position, unsure whether to side with the Council, with Earth, or simply stay neutral. The uncertainty created tension that had been missing for decades. Political leaders argued in crowded halls, while spies and intelligence agents worked overtime, gathering information to protect their own interests. Amid the chaos, Earth remained a calm yet formidable presence. Its defiance had set a new tone for the galaxy, and other civilizations began to realize that humanity was no longer just a participant in galactic affairs, but a player with its own strategies and ambitions. Whispers spread of Earth's secret capabilities, of advanced fleets, new weapons, and highly trained personnel ready to defend their planet. These stories fueled both fear and curiosity. Some systems, previously loyal to the Council, started questioning its authority, wondering if it could still enforce its will over independent civilizations. Debates erupted in council chambers across dozens of star systems, with some leaders warning that if Earth was allowed to stand alone, others would follow, potentially causing a collapse of centralized control, while more cautious voices suggested negotiation and observation might prevent wider conflict. Meanwhile, smaller conflicts began erupting across fringe territories. Long-dormant rivalries suddenly flared, and local governments took advantage of the Council's perceived weakness to assert dominance. Skirmishes broke out over resources, strategic planets, and trade hubs, and the galaxy was thrown into a state of low-level chaos that grew daily. Every civilization felt the shockwaves of Earth's decision, whether near or far. Humanity, aware of the growing disorder, continued to strengthen its defenses and fleets, monitoring the galaxy's movements carefully. They did not interfere directly, choosing instead to let the chaos unfold while remaining prepared. Their leaders understood that power was not only in military might, but in patience, observation, and strategic planning. And every development in the galaxy was noted and analyzed. Messages from neighboring star systems reported on rising tensions. Some planets sought alliances with Earth, hoping to benefit from the planet's strength and vision. Others feared retaliation from the Council or other powerful systems. And a complex web of diplomacy, suspicion, and opportunity began to take shape. Earth's position became central, not because it sought control, but because the galaxy recognized its capability and resolve. Economies struggled as trade slowed. Some star systems hoarded supplies. Others tried to broker deals without Council oversight. Markets fluctuated wildly, and the uncertainty affected both small colonies and major planets alike. The chaos was a consequence of a single decision, but it revealed the fragility of a galaxy that had relied too heavily on centralized authority. By the end of the first months following the announcement, the universe was transformed. The balance of power had shifted, tensions were high, and every civilization was forced to reconsider its alliances and strategies. Earth remained resolute, prepared for any challenge. While observing how the galaxy reacted to its independence, the seeds of chaos had been sown. And in the midst of disorder, humanity quietly demonstrated that strength, preparation, and unity could allow one planet to stand alone and face the uncertainty of an entire universe. Deep beneath the surface of Earth, in hidden bunkers and secret facilities, long-forgotten soldiers began to awaken. Their existence had been kept from the public for decades, trained in ways that most could not imagine, enhanced physically and mentally beyond normal human limits. These super soldiers were the legacy of humanity's past preparations for threats that had never fully materialized. Now, with the galaxy in chaos, their purpose was about to be revealed. As the soldiers stirred from cryogenic sleep, advanced monitoring systems activated, assessing their physical condition. Neural networks recalibrated their brains, and combat simulations ran in real time. Each soldier emerged fully trained, fully equipped, and ready for the challenges that lay ahead. Their presence was a hidden advantage that even the Galactic Council could not have anticipated. A force designed not to intimidate, but to protect humanity with unmatched precision. The awakening was accompanied by a surge of activity across Earth's secret installations. Scientists and military strategists monitored every vital sign, checking performance metrics and readiness levels. Their careful planning ensured that each soldier could integrate seamlessly into existing defense networks. Communication systems linked them instantly to Earth's command centers, creating a web of coordination that extended from orbit to underground command hubs. Outside the hidden facilities, the world remained unaware. Life continued as normal. But humanity had gained a silent army, prepared to act at a moment's notice. These soldiers were not only physically superior, but trained to think strategically, adapt quickly, and execute complex missions with minimal supervision. Their existence added a layer of unpredictability and strength that would soon become crucial in the face of the Galactic Council's moves. Reports from reconnaissance missions confirmed that alien observers had noticed unusual activity around Earth. Strange energy signatures, fleet maneuvers, and fortified installations suggested preparation. But nothing revealed the true scale of humanity's hidden advantage. The super soldiers were the ultimate secret weapon, a force that could turn the tide in a confrontation before any fleet had fully engaged, and the humans had kept them hidden intentionally, a testament to patience and strategic foresight. Commanders held meetings in underground war rooms, reviewing mission protocols, contingency plans, and integration strategies. Every scenario had been considered, from planetary defense to counter-offensive strikes. Simulations ran in virtual environments, testing coordination between conventional fleets and the super soldiers. The results consistently demonstrated humanity's capability to respond to multiple threats simultaneously, a level of preparation that left even the most cautious analysts impressed. The soldiers themselves underwent further training, sharpening their skills in virtual combat zones, mastering advanced weaponry, and refining tactics that combined stealth, speed, and precision. They practiced team maneuvers that allowed small groups to neutralize far larger forces efficiently. Every move designed to maximize effectiveness while minimizing risk. Their efficiency was unmatched, and each soldier understood the gravity of their mission, knowing the galaxy was watching silently. As intelligence reports filtered in, Earth's leaders realized that the Council and other civilizations were underestimating the planet's strength. Alien observers believed humanity had only conventional defenses, unaware that the super soldiers represented a force that could outmatch entire battalions with surgical precision. The element of surprise became humanity's most powerful weapon, a reminder that preparation and secrecy could shift the balance of power dramatically. Training simulations escalated into coordinated drills, integrating orbital fleets, planetary defense systems, and the super soldiers into a single, cohesive force. Data streams monitored every action. Adjustments were made in real time, and each exercise increased confidence in humanity's ability to respond to any threat. The world above remained largely unaware, but below, a silent army had emerged that would define the next stage of the unfolding conflict. By the end of this awakening, Earth had transformed, not just in terms of technology or fleets, but through the presence of these highly skilled super soldiers, a force that was hidden, prepared, and lethal, capable of executing precise strikes and defending the planet with unmatched efficiency. The galaxy remained unaware of what lay beneath the surface. But humanity knew that when the time came, these soldiers would demonstrate the true strength and resilience of a planet united, ready to face the chaos that had spread across the stars. The Galactic Council, alarmed by Earth's growing independence and hidden preparations, decided to send a fleet to intimidate the planet and reassert their authority. Massive warships glided through space, carrying thousands of troops and advanced weaponry. Their arrival was meant to demonstrate power and force submission, but Earth had anticipated this move. The humans were ready, and the stage was set for the first clash. As the Council's fleet approached the Sol system, Earth's orbital defenses activated with perfect timing. Defensive satellites, energy shields, and automated cannons positioned strategically across key orbital points. Every weapon and sensor network had been tested countless times in simulations. Humans monitored the fleet movements with precision, tracking every ship and predicting possible attack vectors. The aliens were immediately aware that they had underestimated their opponent. Earth's fleets, coordinated with the super soldiers stationed both on the ground and in orbit, executed a series of maneuvers that combined speed, stealth, and overwhelming force. Small groups of ships moved unpredictably, striking weak points while avoiding direct confrontation with the largest warships. Every move seemed to anticipate the Council's strategy, and alien commanders quickly realized that Earth's defenses were far more sophisticated than intelligence reports had suggested. The super soldiers played a critical role in the battle. Deployed on orbital platforms and hidden stations, they executed surgical strikes against key enemy installations, sabotaging weapon systems and disabling critical navigation arrays. Their precision and speed left the alien forces scrambling, unable to respond effectively. Earth's combined use of conventional fleets and elite forces created chaos within the Council's ranks, undermining their sense of control. Despite the overwhelming size of the Council fleet, humans remained calm, using careful strategy rather than sheer force. They drew the enemy into traps, isolated smaller units for targeted elimination, and maintained control of critical orbital points. Every action was guided by detailed intelligence, real-time data analysis, and flawless coordination, showing that preparation and strategic thinking could match or even surpass raw power. The Council attempted to respond with counterattacks, deploying squadrons to flank Earth's defenses and targeting communication satellites to disrupt coordination. But every effort was anticipated, neutralized, or redirected. The humans had prepared multiple contingencies, using decoys, stealth maneuvers, and electronic countermeasures to gain the advantage. The aliens began to understand that Earth was not just defending itself. It was orchestrating a complex, multidimensional battle plan. Across Earth, citizens followed the conflict with tense attention. News feeds displayed real-time simulations of fleet movements and strategic strikes. People understood that the planet's fate rested on the decisions of both its leaders and its hidden forces. Yet there was a sense of confidence, built on months of preparation, training, and unity. Humanity was demonstrating resilience and courage in the face of overwhelming odds. The first real confrontations occurred in space above the planet, with skirmishes between human and Council ships. Energy blasts and laser fire illuminated the darkness. Explosions echoed silently through the void, but humans adapted instantly, retreating when necessary, striking at opportune moments, and exploiting the weaknesses of the enemy. Every engagement was calculated, and the Council's fleet began to lose both morale and cohesion. Alien commanders struggled to maintain control, their warships designed for intimidation now facing unpredictable tactics. Super soldiers continued to neutralize critical points, and the combination of intelligence, precision, and strategic execution created an unstoppable rhythm. Earth's forces were not merely defending. They were demonstrating that a planet could stand against a much larger and more experienced adversary. The battle became a lesson in strategy, courage, and human ingenuity. By the end of the first major clashes, it was clear that Earth had successfully repelled the initial assault. The Council's fleet had suffered significant damage, many ships retreated for repairs, and morale among the alien forces was shaken. Earth remained fully operational, its people united, and its super soldiers ready for any further engagement. The galaxy watched in awe and disbelief, as a single planet had faced the combined might of a powerful interstellar authority and emerged stronger than ever. In the aftermath, Earth's leaders analyzed every engagement, learning from the battle while remaining vigilant for new threats. The first clash had proven humanity's readiness and determination. It had sent a message to the galaxy that Earth could not be intimidated, that preparation, unity, and courage could overcome superior numbers, and that the planet was ready to defend itself against any force that dared to challenge it. The galaxy watched in tense silence as the aftermath of the first major conflict above Earth unfolded. The Council's fleets had been damaged, retreating to repair and regroup, and other civilizations began to realize that humanity was no longer a passive participant in galactic affairs. Whispers spread across distant star systems of the planet that had stood alone and refused to bow, a symbol of courage and independence that few had expected. As the weeks passed, alien powers reconsidered their alliances and strategies. Some saw opportunity in supporting humanity, hoping to gain favor or protection, while others remained loyal to the Council, but hesitated to act, uncertain how to confront a planet that had demonstrated both strategic brilliance and hidden strength. The balance of power in the galaxy began to shift, and Earth became the center of attention for every major civilization. On the planet itself, life continued with an extraordinary sense of purpose. Citizens went about their work while contributing to the planet's defense and readiness. Fleets were maintained, defenses upgraded, and intelligence networks strengthened. Humanity had proven that unity and preparation were its greatest weapons. The world had learned that survival and strength came not only from technology, but from the combined will of its people. The Galactic Council convened in emergency sessions, attempting to restore authority and maintain order. Debates raged over whether to confront Earth again, negotiate, or simply accept the planet's independence. Council members disagreed sharply, their previous confidence shaken. The idea that one world could challenge their control had never occurred on such a scale, and the uncertainty unsettled leaders across countless systems. Other civilizations, previously subservient or cautious, began to reconsider their positions. Some secretly sent envoys to Earth, seeking alliances or trade agreements outside the Council's oversight, while others prepared their own fleets in case tensions escalated. The galaxy was no longer stable. The old order had been disrupted, and every world felt the consequences of Earth's bold independence. In the skies above Earth, fleets patrolled with quiet vigilance, super soldiers remained on standby, and intelligence networks monitored developments across the galaxy. Every potential threat was considered. Yet there was no panic, only confidence. Humanity had shown that careful preparation, strategic thinking, and unity could allow a single planet to withstand the power of an entire interstellar authority. Cultural and political shifts began to emerge. Humans felt a renewed sense of identity and purpose. Nations worked together more closely than ever. Scientific research accelerated, and education focused on preparing the next generation for a galaxy in flux. The population understood that their world was now central to the unfolding drama of the universe, and they embraced both the responsibility and the opportunity that came with it. News of Earth's resilience traveled faster than any fleet, inspiring some planets and intimidating others. The Council's authority was questioned openly. Alliances were reconsidered, and the map of influence in the galaxy began to change. Humanity had demonstrated that courage, intelligence, and preparation could alter the course of interstellar politics, and that a single determined civilization could stand at the center of cosmic events. Leaders on Earth reflected on the journey so far, knowing that challenges would continue to arise, but confident in the readiness of their people, fleets, and super soldiers. Every encounter, every preparation, and every strategy had proven effective, and humanity's resilience had been tested and confirmed. The planet had become a symbol of independence and strength, and a warning that underestimating it would be a grave mistake. By the end of this period, the galaxy had changed. Alliances were shifting, powers reassessing their roles, and the chaos that had followed Earth's defiance continued to ripple outward. Yet the planet remained a beacon of preparation, courage, and determination. Its citizens united, its fleets ready, and its leaders vigilant. Humanity had taken control of its destiny, reshaping the universe in ways no one could have predicted. And the stage was set for a new era in which Earth's voice and strength would be central to the unfolding story of the stars.